Welcome and thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. I know our weather is always cooperating here in Michigan in January, but I appreciate everyone coming out tonight. This is for the celebration of the kickoff for the Center for Local Government Finance and Policy, and I want to make just a few quick comments and then I'll turn it over to some of our other speakers. This initiative, I have to give credit to the people that have come before me. Al House, Lynn Harvey, Sandra Beatty, Pat Norris, and so many others. Michigan State has been working with local governments for over 50 years. And so this center really is an accumulation of that work that we've done with counties, with cities, villages, townships, and others. And so we hope this will be a continuation of that legacy for many years to come. And, you know, I think what we'll be looking forward to in the future is working with those groups, on financial stability. We know the last 10 or 15 years has been tough in our state. And we want to see our local governments thrive. We want to get beyond the bankruptcy. We want to get beyond the other challenges. And so I look forward to working with all of the local government officials in this room and the rooms beyond to help Michigan thrive locally, because we feel that's so critical to our state and our future. And so with that, also I want to thank my family, my wife Kendra, my children who are here, Amalia, Isabella, and Anthony. My parents are here, Bruce and Carol, my brother Kevin. Thank you all for coming from Saginaw and other places. All the friends and other folks who are here and my other colleagues, I really appreciate it. I wouldn't be here without you, so I thank you all and for this and where we are and where we hope to go in the future. So with that, I want to turn it over first to our Associate Director of Operations for Michigan State University Extension, Patrick Cudney.
Thank you, Eric. Sending regards on behalf of our director, Dr. Jeff Dwyer, who is unable to be here this evening. He's traveling and working throughout Michigan's Upper Peninsula this week, and he sends his regards. Michigan State University Extension, as Eric said, has a deep and long history of working with Michigan's communities to solve complex problems. The effort in developing the MSUE Extension Center for Local Government Finance and Policy is the newest part of that proud tradition. We've worked with local government for over 50 years. We've invested tremendous resources and had tremendous trust and resources invested in us to do that work. This effort would not be possible if MSUE Extension was not embedded in communities across Michigan. Because of those in-community connections, we are uniquely positioned to help identify issues and provide solutions. The MSUE Extension Center for Local Government Finance and Policy will be able to connect community partners and campus-based research to help communities thrive via evidence and research-based practices to help municipalities across Michigan run efficiently and effectively. There's no better leader for this effort than Dr. Eric Scorsoni. Eric is not only an outstanding academic researcher, but he has also personally worked with numerous communities throughout the state and really the world in helping find solutions to pressing problems. Dr. Scorsoni also knows the importance of communicating these issues to the public so they can make informed decisions and improve their communities. Thank you, Eric, for taking on leadership for this important initiative through MSUE Extension. I'd now like to welcome to the podium the Interim Dean of the College of Agricultural and Natural Resources, Dr. Doug Buehler.
Thank you, Patrick. I always try to get behind an extension person on a program, because then I can always come up here and say I just want to agree with all of the points that were made. But this is really a pleasure to be here and really to really play a very, very small role in the creation of this center. We all know that the state of Michigan has been through a lot over the last 15 or 20 years, but if we're going to move forward, we need to look at new ways of doing business, because the old ways clearly are behind us. And I think the types of things that this center will do in terms of really connecting to communities and bringing scholarship and new innovation to this critical area is really going to be extremely important to the continued development and growth of Michigan as we move into a new era. And so it's my great pleasure to congratulate Eric and all of those that were involved in creating this center. It's something that's really important to all of us, and we all look forward to great things. So thank you very much, and Eric, back to you.
So next, besides working with local governments state often because the state and local governments are intertwined, and state policy is very critical to local governments. So I'm pleased to welcome John Walsh, the Director of Policy and Strategy for Governor Snyder.
Thank you, Eric, and thank you all for allowing me to speak for a few minutes on behalf of the governor. It's an honor for me to be here because when we sit as senior staff and we try to accommodate as many requests as possible on behalf of the governor. He's one person. He can't be everywhere, but there are certain things when you can exercise your will to make sure you're going to speak on behalf of the governor. And I really wanted to be here because I'm a former elected official at the local level. Came to the state and worked on local issues as a state representative. And now on behalf of the governor, I'm turning my attention more and more to local issues. Who do I run into on a regular basis? Eric. And I've really grown to trust his advice, his research. I am personally and on behalf of the governor indebted to MSU and the Extension Service for all the resources that you've made available to us. So I'm really glad to be here and just to say a few words, let you know how important this is to the governor and to our administration. I have a letter from the governor I'm going to leave with you. I'm just going to read the closing paragraph. Dr. Eric Scarsoni and his MSU colleagues have been a great resource for struggling municipalities, advising cities such as Detroit, Flint, and Lansing on fiscal issues. I have no doubt that the MSU Center for Local Government Finance and Policy will continue to be successful in helping moving Michigan forward, contributing to the growth and reinvention of our state. Please accept my best wishes for an enjoyable gathering. Thank you, Eric, and thank you all.
Finally, I'd like to introduce President Luana K. Simon, who's been a great supporter of our work, President of Michigan State University.
Well, thank you very much, Eric. To your family, I'm probably part of the reason you haven't been home much, so I apologize to them as you've been out doing such important work on behalf of the people of Michigan. And I say that on behalf of the people of Michigan because it's not simply about doing a project for an individual or a particular unit of government or state. It really is with a philosophy and an approach that you and your family want to be in a place that really is terrific. And we owe that to every family that lives in Michigan. And we need that for Michigan so that more families come to Michigan. And the instrumentality for doing that is through the work regarding responsible government. And responsible government requires that one look at a variety of policy issues with the dead reckoning of a scientist, of an unbiased party that doesn't really care what the outcome is. The people who care about the outcome can use that information in ways that they choose. But I was really pleased, and as I've traveled around the state with Director Walsh's comment about someone you trust. And every time I've been in a place and they want some work, they say, can we have Eric? And it's been Eric or Eric and his friends. And part of why I'm so excited about the creation of the center is it's a way to aggregate and amplify the work that is already being done through Eric and his colleagues at Michigan State, and not simply his colleagues at Michigan State, but his colleagues across the state. And there'll be a study, I think, announced sometime partnering with the University of Michigan. So it's not just about us or about extension. And the partnerships for the faculty who are involved extend beyond those who are paid by extension. So this is sort of Team MSU, recognizing not simply the work of a great individual who is trusted and a visionary in this area, but recognizing that for us to meet our responsibilities that comes with those land-grant roots, we have to find a better way to organize, to have people find us other than knowing a particular individual. They have to feel that no matter where they come on the political spectrum or where they are in the state, They have the right to answer the question, ask the questions. And what they can expect is an answer that can stand up no matter who asks the question. No matter who asks the question. And that's what we're trying to do with this center. And when you do a center, you just have to have great leadership, and that goes without saying with Eric and his work. And I want to thank those of you who are here and who are partners with what we've done over time. Because I know the results haven't always been what you have wanted. And you've had a chance to kick the tires. The results for Michigan aren't always what we wanted. But these phrases about connected government, about using the most powerful tools of data analytics that are guiding the most innovation and genuine conversations, and this idea that it's coupled with education. Because if we put all those things together, we have a real opportunity to make a difference. And so in the hectic schedule of all of us, the governor, and again, John, I'm really pleased that you're here. It is, for me here, both a way to personally thank Eric for all the hours and all the work and the credibility he's generated for Michigan State, and to assure you that this is not simply an announcement. It is a beginning of even greater things on behalf of the people of Michigan, because it is this aggregation and amplification that comes with Team MSU. So thanks very much.
Thank you all for being here. Please enjoy the food and beverages. I hope to get a chance to say hello to all of you, and I appreciate your time tonight. Thank you.